Want to go from pain to pleasure? If so, get ready because this session is going to cover what you can do to feel physically years younger, even through menopause if you're feeling stiff and pain. Hi, I'm Sue Ann Hickey, and I'm your host of the Stop the Clock Summit. And I'm so excited to introduce you the incredible Carrie Affronti of Years Younger. Now, Carrie Affronti is the founder of Years Younger, and she helps clients transform from pain to pleasure by addressing long-term pain through innovative body education. With over 20 years of expertise, Carrie's holistic approach combines cutting-edge methods like gyrotonic, neurolinguistics, and therapeutic movement techniques to restore mobility, build strength, and enhance overall well-being. Through personalized support, she helps her clients create permanent, healthy habits that nourish both mind and body. Welcome, Carrie. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you, Sue Ann. I'm so excited and honored to be here.
All right, we're going to jump in with our first couple of questions, and then Carrie is actually going to do some of her movements and teach us the movements to help us go from pain to pleasure. So let's dive in. So, Carrie, many of your clients come to you after trying traditional methods like chiropractic care, acupuncture, physical therapy without lasting results. So, why do they come to you, and how is your approach different from what they've already experienced?
They come to me because none of these people that they have seen prior have talked with them about their healing process. They've either given them test results or labeled their pain or worked hands-on with them like a physical therapist or massage therapist, but the pain and discomfort persisted. We are not just the body. In fact, the body is the mind and the mind is the body. So if the mind doesn't understand the why and the how, the body won't heal completely. Most practitioners and physicians don't speak with their patients about the origin of their pain. They simply fix it for their patient. Now, this cure does work sometimes. And if it works, what it does is it just buys that patient some time. But inevitably, that pain or that injury or that disease will reoccur every time that person is under duress again. The root cause is never addressed. It's like the Band-Aids on it. And you get a reprieve from that suffering for maybe it's a few years, or maybe it's a few months, or maybe it's until the next time that you're under stress. And then that old injury surfaces again, or that compensatory movement pattern happens again, and the root cause was never fully addressed. Depending on the day or the time of day, the mind could lead the way for the body to heal, or the body could lead the way for the mind to heal.
That's fascinating, and 100% I've experienced that many times myself. Even this week, oops, picked up something the wrong way, hurt my neck again. Yeah, all right. So you talk about this mind and body connection. It's fascinating to me. Can you explain more in depth how to understand this relationship and how it's the key to the healing process? Most practitioners overlook this critical step.
I teach that there's really two avenues over the last 20 years. I've noticed that people can permanently heal. And one of those avenues is breath, rhythm, and movement. And another avenue is breath, rhythm, and touch. When I work with people, those avenues are what I'm teaching them on how they can work with those two things that are inherent in our human nature in order to heal permanently.
All right, it makes a lot of sense. And for people who are struggling with chronic pain or persistent injuries, when do you recommend they reach out to work with you? What signs should they look for to know that it's time to try something different?
Well, when the pain isn't taking them over anymore, meaning that they aren't in the first stage of healing called suffering. A man named Dr. Donald Epstein wrote a book called The 12 Stages of Healing. And the first stage of healing in this book is suffering. We've all been there. Suffering is no one or nothing can help you free yourself when you are truly suffering. That is, you are at the bottom level, and really all you want someone to do is say, I hear you, I get it. This is the worst thing that could ever happen to another human being. You are in so much pain. I'm so sorry. Once you process that suffering and you move into stage 2, which I like to call fix me magic genie stage, is that's when we start reaching out for what's wrong. What is this? What's the diagnosis? Let's get the MRI. Let's figure out what this is. And then we'll start to move into maybe natural medicine, and we'll reach out to healthcare practitioners and massage therapists, acupuncture, physical therapy. We'll go on that journey. But again, we're asking and reaching for that magic genie to fix me, please. When we get a temporary reprieve from that suffering, or we lighten up a little bit, and it's not on our mind and on our heart every single moment of every single day, then we move into a stage where we start to focus on other domains in our life for a period of time. However, there's a stage 3, and that's the sweet spot where I like to work with someone in that stage. And that's really when we can seek some guidance and some change. And that stage is we're stuck in a perspective. And so we realize that we're stuck. We're noticing the same thing happens when we do this. I can't quite get out of it. And we start to wonder, can I free myself ever? Am I ever going to be free again like I was when I was a child? Am I ever going to not have this painful injury or this history of I can't do this one movement I used to love to do, or this one exercise, or this one recreational activity that I used to do? Can I ever really be free again? And that's just when we feel stuck. And that's the best time when I can work with people, because I love to work with someone's will and their determination to heal themselves. And we can really do some profound transformation from that point.